Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. Today we're going to be looking at the brand new G.I. Joe Classified Series Snake Eyes and Cobra Commander with combat armor. So, I know you guys have been waiting for this. I know I have. I feel like I was supposed to get another figure in with these at the same time because of pre-orders, but I don't remember, and we'll just have to cross that bridge when we get to it. But anyway, here's the front of the packaging. They both look cool. Wonderful, wonderful artwork. I love it. I kind of feel like they're getting more into the Deke cartoon kind of bit, and we'll talk about that in a second. There's this side, and lovely, lovely little bit of art on the back, and it does look awesome per G.I. Joe usualness. Alright, so let's open up Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes version 942, I don't know. But basically it was like version maybe 4 to me in my mind. I could be wrong. There's only like a couple Snake Eyes that I liked. I think after this one he was a little too goofy. But I think this one looks cool. Here's a scabbard for his swords. Here's a nice little grappling hook where you can hook and grapple. I'll have to get that out of here in a second. Hold on, let me get this stuff out. Okay, and he comes with 2 swords, and they are either really bloody or they have a nice little red accent. You know, whichever you prefer, that's what it is, really. But I think they did give it the red accent because just thinking about this, the toys, accessories that came with this original vintage Snake Eyes were just red. So by giving it a little bit of red accent, it pays pretty good homage to those accessories without having just silencer. And without having those things just ridiculously bright red. Anyway. Let's take a look at the guy, and he looks good. He's got a lot more of those ninja kind of aspects that maybe the last version was missing. I don't know, maybe little ninja shoes. I don't know if that's accurate or it was just, you know, they just copied Storm Shadows. I don't know. It's like he's got some knives there. And he's got a little holster for his pew-pew. But he ain't holstering that thing. We know better than that. He looks good. Good sculpt. They show some very nicely, I guess, kind of half-muted colors. And the web gear looks nice. And let's see. He can... yeah. Okay, now he looks right with a sword. Okay. Anyway. We'll get him put together here in a second. But let's take a look at... good old CC, Cobra Commander. Now, longtime comic fans will recognize this suit as the battle armor that he got from Crimson Guardsman. Was it Fred 7, I want to say? And where he was kind of held up in the Cobra safe house with his son Billy and Raptor. It was really good. Really good story. I do recommend you go look it up and read it. It's fantastic work by the creator, Mr. Larry Hama. And get all his fists and stuff out of here. He's very fisty. But so right off the bat, very sad to see that this is just an swappable head and not a removable helmet. Because I like when they figure out how to do that. He's got a big old bang bang. And he's got some other fists we're not going to look at. But. So, anyway, the iguana, go ahead and clear this up, in the Deke cartoon series, he's articulated, that's cool. In the Deke series, Cobra Commander, basically, spoilers, gets revenge on Serpentor, and it was Operation Dragonfire. And he gets turned kind of back from a snake into almost a guy, kind of a monster. Actually, it was kind of horrible. But, somehow he takes revenge on Serpentor and turns him into an iguana. So, now you know. And knowing is half the battle. Alright, so he comes with this head that you can see has human eyes, human features. So this is supposed to be human Cobra Commander. And let's take a good look. Sorry, I'm trying to balance this guy. Come on, buddy. There we go. Just wanted to see if you can see he has the snake eyes. It's kind of hard to see, but that's what it is. It's creepy snake eyes, and not and I don't mean this guy snake. I mean he's got the eyes of a snake. But the armor looks good, man. It's not quite correct from the comic or the Deke cartoon or the original action figure. It's kind of their own take on it, but that's cool. It's one of the reasons I still like Classified. Maybe they'll come out with another one that's a little more accurate. Who knows? I doubt it. In fact, this was probably a stretch on things that I would have assumed they would make, but you never not make a Cobra Commander. You know, you got to have the head snake. So that is his snaky eyes. Let's go ahead and pop this head off, and it comes right off. Okay, so this is the head I will be leaving on mine. So as far as continuity goes, I'll just go ahead and explain, what I told you about Serpentor and the iguana. That's from the Deke cartoon. A lot of people largely ignored that because it was kind of cheesy, and the first few episodes were probably the best ones. And the comic book story of how he got this armor was actually pretty awesome. Cobra Commander, after a battle at the pit with G.I. Joe, him and Destro are presumed dead, and they kind of go about their way, trying to, get away from Cobra for a little while. And let me show you. Let's see, where is it? Where's he at? Okay. This was a comic book version of, and I guess a long story short, I don't know if I want to spoil this. Do you guys care? If you don't want spoilers, just... Anyway, removable helmet. This is not Cobra Commander. This is Fred 7, the Crimson Guard, who I believe this might be the only time we ever got a Fred head sculpt, which is a shame. I really wish that they had done a Fred swappable head with the armor, if they were going to go the swappable head route. Because there was a brief moment in the comics where actual Cobra Commander, this was kind of a custom I did, where it was I kind of drilled out his helmet. This was back when, I think I used a headman head for Cobra Commander because I think that's what it is. I kind of filled in maybe the top of his head, or I gave him a buzzer hair. I don't know what I did. You guys can look at this and probably figure it out better than I can. Hell, this is 20 years ago. I don't remember what I did. But anyway, this was kind of supposed to be what Cobra Commander looked like without his helmet on, minus sunglasses, because he did wear some big old sunglasses, because of course he did. But I made this helmet. I just hollowed out the one that, this is the real action figure. Hollowed that out just so I could have actual Cobra Commander with a removable helmet. Because that would have been cool if they had done that. But I didn't expect them to do this back in the original, what was this, 87, 88 time frame. I wouldn't have expected that. I didn't really expect them to make this figure in 2002 or 3 or 4, maybe sometime around then. But for this figure to come out and all we get is the scary snake monster eyes, that's a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, but the figure is nice. He looks cool. Yeah, it's a good interpretation of it. I think they really went above and beyond with this big old crazy pew pew. Let's see if he can get his backpack on. There we go. I always put this backpack on upside down when I was a kid. See, look, I still do it because that looks like. Doesn't it look like it should go up like that with the spikes? I don't know. But let's see. Let's do a quick comparison. There is classified Armored Cobra Commander. Here is Fred in disguise. And here is the actual vintage Cobra Commander. He's not going to stand up now. Maybe he will. And, of course, you know, just for the heck of it, might as well show him off. Nobody cares. The custom I made of him. But there he is. I think he's cool. Very glad I picked this up. It's kind of a wild thing. I would not have the other figure I was supposed to review in this wave was Major Blood, and I just decided I didn't like him. I didn't need another like weird Cobra Island Major Blood. So like, no, I'll pass until they do the more, you know, retro looking one. I need one that looks more like he did in the comics or the cartoon. So here is the vintage Snake Eyes, and you can see what I mean about, you know, kind of toning down the bright colors, but really good. I mean, I think he looks neat. They did the mask really good. You know, I don't ever ask for a removable mask for Snake Eyes because I wouldn't expect that, but you can see the subtle differences. This is the first time they made Snake Eyes pretty buff. But yeah, that's what the vintage one. And see what I mean about the red accessories. I think all I have is like a red sword. I probably got other weapons somewhere, but that's what he happened to be holding when I pulled him out of the Joe drawer. But there they are, Snake Eyes and Cobra Commander. Much apologies for not reviewing Major Blood. It just wasn't a figure that I wanted, so sorry. He didn't seem much different than the one I already had, so I was like, unless they were going to go really old school cartoon accurate or comic accurate, I didn't care. But that's just me. Don't hold against me. But Snake Eyes and Cobra Commander, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, subscribe. Me and Big Buddy Brad, we're going to go throw one back. And we're going to have a new video tomorrow. So until then, thanks for watching, and we will see ya.